Hi, I'm Holly Johnson, former professional dancer and personal trainer at Club Greenwood. Today I'm going to show you a few simple stretches you can do after your workout. This first stretch is the butterfly stretch. It is such a great hip opener, and most all of the muscle attachments in the pelvis get a really good stretch. To progress this, just lean over gently. And you can do this with a flat back, or you can do it rounded. And when you round, make sure that your head is included. You can also gain benefit from this stretch by using some blocks. And what you want to do is just put them underneath your legs and do the same motion of rounding over. And you'll still get a really great stretch. Okay, here we have the straddle stretch, and this is a great hamstring stretch. For most of us, we can just sit here and the stretch happens. Make sure that you're not slumping and that you can sit right up on your sit bones. Progressions for the stretch are reaching for your toes, both right and left. And even more intense would be taking a side bend to your right and left, and you're really going to feel a stretch in your side body as you do this. And if you want an even more intense stretch, you can reach your hands forward with a flat back or rounded. An easier version of this hamstring stretch is one leg at a time. Still super effective. This is the cat-cow exercise. It is a great way to gain some mobility in your back and also open up the vertebrae. So what you want to do is round your back like a cat and be sure your head is included, and then straighten back down into a flat back with a slight arch. This movement is initiated and controlled by your lower abdominals right through to the end. It's actually a really great abdominal exercise as well. You can also target the sides of your body when you're on all fours here by moving your hips right and left. Sometimes they call it wag the tail, and it really feels good for the quadratus lumborum. From a cat-cow, you can push back into a downward dog. The body takes on kind of a V shape. And from here, you can just hold and breathe, or you can begin to alternate pressing the heels into the floor, stretching out your calves. In yoga, sometimes this is referred to as pedaling out the feet. So you can alternate right and left, and then you can also just do a double calf stretch. Rise up on the feet and press down. And take your time doing this. You know, our calves are always so tight. The pelvic tilt can do wonders for your back. You can get a nice stretch and release of tension in your lower lumbar region. The goal is to rock the pelvis up towards the ceiling and then back to neutral several times. Be sure to move slow. And after this, you can pull your knees to your chest and just relax and breathe. You can progress the pelvic tilt into a bridge by lifting your hips off of the ground. This is a great glute and hamstring exercise. Most people push their hips up and down with a flat back. The goal here, though, is to articulate through the vertebrae in the spine, one segment at a time. You can support this movement by pressing your arms and shoulders into the floor. I call this the articulated bridge because you're moving up and down through the vertebrae, one segment at a time. It's best if you do this bridge slowly so that you can really control each movement. This is a hip flexor stretch, and so what you want to do is start in half kneeling. with one leg forward, and then just lean into that front leg like a lunge. And you're gonna find a real huge opening for the hip, kind of the IT band area. From here, you can just push back and stretch your hamstring. This is actually one of the best hamstrings I can do. So you can just kind of go back and forth, going into the hip flexor stretch, holding that for a few counts, and then pushing back into the hamstring stretch. Kind of a 2-for-1 here. If you want to flex your foot, it really increases the stretch of the hamstring. So have fun with this one. This is a great stretch to do at the end of your workout. Basically a lower back stretch with a twist. You want to pull your knee into your chest, hold that for a few, and then you're going to twist your leg across your body. Get a nice kind of twist, kind of wringing out of the spine. For a more intense stretch, just turn your head in the opposite direction of your knee. If you have any back issues though, I would keep your head looking up to the ceiling. Make sure you do the other side. Switch out the legs, pulling in tight to your chest, hold for a few counts, and then take the twist opposite side of the body. This is a great way to end your workout and release tension in the back. I can't emphasize enough the good benefits that you get from taking time to stretch after workout. You'll also be releasing endorphins in your body, those feel-good chemicals. So there's lots of pluses to stretching. Enjoy!